order. Guess we need to have the roll call.
Mrs. White?
Here.
Mr. Owens?
Here.
Mrs. Hartshorn?
Here.
Mr. Weaver?
Here.
Mr. Geisler?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. Has everyone had a chance to review the minutes of the previous meeting that were circulated? Yes. Are there any comments or changes to the minutes?
I'm gonna just send this down, it's easier to send it, it's just a couple apostrophes that need to come out,
Okay.
so I circled them.
Any other comments?
I move that be approved as amended.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all, roll call.
Mrs. White?
Yes.
Mr. Owens? Mrs. Hartshorn?
Aye.
Mr. Weaver? Mr. Geisler?
Aye. Okay, the first order of business is a certificate of appropriateness for the Campesian Mexican Grill. Am I saying that right?
I think it's Campesino.
Okay, well, I'm not then. Not even close.
That's a good try.
Campesino, okay?
I'm gonna mark that.
Yeah, I need to write that down. Okay, are you here for that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, welcome.
So good.
Could you tell us a little bit about the project?
Yeah, we're reusing an existing frame that we had created for festive celebrations. It's wrought iron work, and then we're going to be removing the existing center that was for a previous business, and then carving high-density urethane, which is a lifetime material. And then replacing it and using what's currently there, but then updating the existing, because it's really pretty when we first put it in. So you'll see it is double-sided, and it'll be painted, hand-painted, and then the C is also changing at the top. Those are the two things. And it's just going to be the main capital C for Campesino.
Are you Fernando?
No, I'm Ryan.
You're Ryan, okay. I knew you weren't Jessica.
Right, yes. Jessica's my wife, she had a migraine,
Okay.
so she couldn't be here with you guys today, but you get me.
Okay, well, welcome, thank you for coming. Does anyone have any questions about the sign?
I'm assuming that since it's already been there, that all the sizing is correct, and there's really nothing to approve other than
I think that's correct.
yeah.
I make a motion we approve the sign as it is.
I'll second that.
All right, roll call.
Mrs. White?
Yes.
Mr. Owens?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn?
Aye.
Mr. Weaver?
Aye.
And Mr. Geisler?
Aye.
Thank you.
Are you here for the
He's
next
number
one?
two.
one, too.
I get to get you twice.
Okay, so this is with regard to the Abatement internal medicine sign. All right, if you'll tell us about this one.
Yeah, it is going to be below the Abatement internal medicine. The internal medicine still exists. This is specifically for the Ballot Health Johnson Memorial Sleep Center. So at that height, it's 12-inch by 48-inch. You guys are going to notice that you have it as a single-sided, but it is actually double-sided, just for your time on there. There'll be one on either side.
The main sign is double-sided too, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not changing that. It's existing as is.
So what happens with a sign like this that's already big, and then we're adding something to it, even though it's a second sign?
Well, we allow multi-tenant signs, and I guess this is another business
Yes,
at the
sir.
same location.
Yes, sir. It's
And you're
downstairs.
allowed one sign per business. And it's within the sign, the size requirement. Are there any other signs at the business?
No,
There's nothing on their back door or the back of their building or anything that
I
you know
don't
of?
think so.
And what's the material?
That is a framed aluminum. It's a 1 inch by 1 inch outer structure of, I think it's like 06, no. It's 1/8 inch aluminum and then 040 on the outside, closed in, and then it'll have digitally printed graphics on it.
And does that match the existing sign?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
So is the original sign, 4x4? Or is it?
I
or is
would
it not?
imagine
It's-
so. It's
or-
been approved within the last several years. I would imagine it's a.
I mean,
4-foot
so this
sign.
is this is additional, sizing.
It is, because there's, the way that I understand, there's actually two businesses there now. It's still
right.
Abatement Internal and Ballard Sleep Center.
Do they know that since they're down in the back, that they can't have a second sign, right? Or can they, or?
I think they can.
They can have two?
They can.
Okay.
Mhm. I think they have one down there.
On the back of the property?
Well, I knew that sleep center was there because of the sign down there, I think, because that's where I take my walk every morning. I think it's at the back door. I could be wrong, though.
Let's see, you're allowed a maximum of,
And this is very little. I mean, it's very narrow there, in addition. I don't know what the measurement of that is.
Well, they had proposed it, actually it was bigger, and then we told them, obviously, it was in
Shut it
violation
down.
of the
Oh, okay.
ordinance, so, Ron.
I'm sure
just changed
Jessica
it.
knows our sign.
Yes.
They
Side
do,
art, right?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've done quite a few signs in this district.
A few.
is that just one building or is there two?
I think it's one building, but there's an upstairs and a downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's configured in a really
Yeah.
kind of funky way.
Are there any other questions?
No?
Is there a motion to approve?
I move we approve.
A second.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call?
Mrs. White,
Yes.
Mr. Owens,
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn,
Aye.
Mr. Weaver,
Aye.
Mr. Geisler.
Aye. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thank
If I
you.
don't see you guys again, Merry Christmas.
You too.
Yeah, I do.
I hope Jess feels better, man.
Yeah, me too.
All right, the next item is the approval of a tax abatement for Bruce and Christy Hartshorn. And so this is, of course, we already approved the project's been done, and now they're submitting their documentation for approval for the tax credit, and the staff has reviewed that and recommends approval of the tax abatement as submitted. And the packet's in your minutes, agenda. Does anyone have any questions about this item?
I'll make a motion, we approve it.
Is there a second?
Yes.
It's been moved and seconded. Roll call?
Mrs. White,
Aye.
Mr. Owens,
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn,
Abstain.
Mr. Weaver,
Aye.
Mr. Geisler.
Aye.
Bravo for Abingdon.
Looks great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Well, we have, getting some bids on that shed next, so.
Oh, yeah. All right, the next item is public comments. I don't guess we have any public
Yeah, no,
comments.
sir.
Next item is discussion. Are there any other items we need to discuss?
I don't have anything, Mr. Chairman.
That's why we elected you chairman, it's a 10-minute meeting.
Yeah, really?
It's all right, man.
But you just don't want to spend any more time with me than that. All right, well.
Move we adjourn.
It's been moved, we adjourned?
The, inventory, do we get to see that at some point?
Absolutely. As soon as I get it from DHR, I'd be happy to forward it.
You still haven't gotten it?
No, which doesn't really surprise me. Mike's pretty good about keeping me up to date on what's going on, and I haven't heard from him in a couple weeks, so I'm assuming he's busy, or when he gets it, I'll be the first to get it, and I'll forward it on to you all.
mentioned to Jason, he didn't get it, but 2 or 3 days ago, I went through all my materials over the weekend to look for our preservation plan notes of what we started, tagging on to what we were talking about last month. And I found them, and so I sent them to him, which he hadn't gotten.
Yeah.
But I offered, I told him to please feel free to forward them to all of you. I mean, Mike was there, Byron was there. Were you on that?
Not that. This month, correct?
I was there.
You weren't, I don't think you
No.
were yet, okay. Anyway, this is a good, it summarizes where we started and what our major, the consensus of what we wanted to do and what we felt. So it's a good starting place for us if we want to pick it back up, but I thought that maybe over the holidays, if he forwards it to you, you could just, it's just not long. And I do have actually the other notes that talk about, one of them was called Byram's Goal. I mean, we had all kinds of, we had all kinds of notes. I don't know, we had all kinds of notes, but we can get into that too if we
Right.
want to. But this sort of would give us a starting point if you want to think about that going forward. And the inventory, of course, would be a part of that.
Absolutely. And hopefully we'll get it, hopefully the next week or so. But I can try to reach out to Mike Pulis tomorrow if I have the opportunity and try to get him on the phone and see what the status is of it. And like I
Yeah.
said, as soon as I get it, I'll forward it on to you.
He
all.
sounded like he would, as soon as it came, he was gonna get it to you.
Yeah, well, he's really good about staying in touch, so I'm sure he's been busy.
Okay.
Very
Well,
good.
great.
Mhm.
We'll look forward to seeing that. All right, so there was a motion to adjourn. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Everybody
All right.
seconded.
I guess
Or
we
did
have to
we
roll
already
call
have-
that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mrs. White?
Aye.
Mr. Owens?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartshorn?
Aye.
Mr. Weaver?
Aye.
Mr. Beasley?
All right.
Thank you all.
All right,
Thank you.